Using our NG-CHM R package, you can use any label order or hierarchical clustering method with next-generation clustered heat maps. This video shows you how. This video expands on our introductory video on the NG-CHM R package. If you would like to review that video first, a link to it is included in the description below and in the video cards above right. As we saw in that video, the simplest way to create an NG-CHM is to call CHM new followed by CHM export to file. In this case, the R package clusters the rows and columns using R's default H-clust algorithm with correlation distance and Ward's linkage. Opening the generated NG-CHM in the viewer shows the resulting dendrogram and sample order. There are several reasons why you might want to use an alternative ordering method. For instance, to not cluster an axis at all, in favor of a specific ordering. To use a different distance metric or agglomeration method. To use a dendrogram that was generated from a different data matrix. For example, to use the same dendrogram across a group of related heat maps. To use a clustering algorithm with alternative properties. To use a faster clustering method when the data matrix size gets large. For example, our video on creating single-cell NG-CHMs describes how to cluster the axes using dimension-reduced data, so that you can save a slow-to-compute dendrogram to a file and later load and reuse it. To override the default clustering method, assign the desired label order or clustering to the CHM row order or CHM col order properties. The examples in the video all use CHM col order, but the equivalent also applies to CHM row order. Assigning null suppresses clustering on the axis and uses elements in the order that they occur in the first data layer matrix. Note that there is no column dendrogram in the generated NG-CHM. Assigning a vector of labels also suppresses clustering on the axis and uses elements in the order that they occur in the vector. The set of labels in the vector must equal the set of labels on the axis of the data matrix. In this example, we sorted the labels alphabetically as a simple demonstration. In practice, you would most likely sort by a covariate, gene, or pathway activation score of interest. To use an arbitrary clustering, assign an H-clust or a dendrogram object to the axis order. In the example shown, we're using the H-clust.vector method from the fastcluster package. The set of labels in the H-clust or dendrogram must equal the set of labels on the axis of the data matrix. The NG-CHM package does not care how the H-clust or dendrogram is arrived at. In this video, we've seen how to override the default clustering of an NG-CHM by assigning to the CHM col order and CHM row order properties. You can assign null, a label vector, or a dendrogram or H-clust object, provided that the labels in the specified object exactly match the labels on the relevant axis of the data matrix. If you've found this video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel.